Hello, everybody. It's Saturday night. It's about 4:30 in Indiana, Eastern Standard Time. I am recording this. I'm having, I don't know why, having some problems with some of my recordings either freezing up and not continuing to record. Last week, about, I don't know, halfway through or a little more, it did not appear that we had frozen up. It just, and it was still recording. It showed that I was still recording. When I was finished, I saved the recording as I always do and went back to watch it. And then I've had a couple people on Scrappadabadoo Crafts and to let me know that the last part of the program, uh, about an hour, hour and a half, did not record. It either fast forwarded 10,000 minutes an hour, but you could still hear me talk, and I was back in real time, but it was showing or it wasn't showing at all, or it was fast forwarding the video. So I'm going to go kind of back over and lay the groundwork on what we did do with our box of greeting cards. And the part that it didn't show was making the box. I think we finished up all the cards okay, but I'm going to do a little recap with that as well. I'm not going to remake the cards, but we're going to remake the box. So first of all, I'm going to show you what we did. Here's one of the boxes of cards that we made. Now this is an A6 size card. On your envelope punch board, it says it's a 5 by 6.5 inch card. It shows it's a 6 bar. And oh, I know it didn't show the envelopes either. And one of the gals wanted to see to make the envelopes. The envelopes are 9 1/4 by 9 1/4, and then you score at 4. So we will do the envelopes as well. So we will make the envelopes. We will make the box. Now I made in class. I made the larger box like so. I embellished this particular box with some flowers. I did a white bottom. The bottom is 2 inches deep and the lid is only an inch deep, and I made this out of white. This one is all out of black with a white ribbon. The cards are black and white. They're like an all occasion card. I made 6 cards with 6 envelopes. Now, because of the size of the card, I had to make the envelopes. And we made 2 birthday cards, 2 thank you cards, and 2 sympathy cards. Like so, I tied them with their envelopes, tied them together with a ribbon, stacked them on top, and did some embellishing. Of course, put them in the box. Now, as you can see, here's the box. Here's the box. It has a 2 inch depth on its side on it. Here is the lid. The lid fits, it's about, when you cut your lid, cut it just about a 16th of an inch to an eighth of an inch bigger, and it will fit real well. And it has a 1 inch lip on it. Now, I also, not in class, but I also made, now here, and as I say, I just used a belly band of a ribbon, tied it together with a white ribbon. This one I decorated with some flowers. I also made an A2 card box. It's virtually the same. I think this is an 1 3/4, no, 1.5 inch depth on the bottom with a 1 inch depth. Put a little elastic deal through them. And then here are the cards. And there again, I made 6 of the cards and 6 envelopes. Now, these are a little different. I made a hello. Let me take this off for you and tied them with ribbon. I made 2 of each. I made 2 hellos, 2 happy birthdays, and 2 thank you cards, and 2 sympathy cards. And of course, the envelope. Now, these envelopes are ready-made envelopes. Hi there, Army Mom, Linda. How are you, sweetie? I'm trying to make up for the screwed up. Uh, I don't know if everybody come on tonight. I didn't announce I was going to be on. I'm redoing the last part of Tuesday's class. it didn't record properly, and I don't know why. I thought it did. It kept saying, it was recording clear up till the very end, and I saved it, and I hadn't watched it yet, and then I got an email from somebody. Then I got a couple requests to they didn't get to see me make the envelopes, and they didn't get to see me make the box. So I'm going to make the envelopes in the box. So glad you're here. I'll have some company. I don't know if sometimes it goes out on my Facebook or somewhere. And Carol had mentioned, I got an email from somebody, and Carol had mentioned that maybe I would come on and do this. So I'm going to. Saturday night, and I'm not doing anything else. So if you've already seen this, okay. If you haven't, great, and you can visit with me. I'll see if there's anybody else on right now. It doesn't appear that there is. Okay, I'll watch anyway. Hi, Miss Chris. How are you, honey? Your sound is down. Well, I got it on as high as it'll go, honey. I don't know why. Let me see who else is on here. Justin, Betty, Miss Priss is here. Cindy Lou's here. Well, hello, girls. Glad you're all here. I'm recapping what we did for you guys just coming on. I'm recapping what we did the other day with the boxes, because if you've gone back to watch the video, some of it froze up and it didn't work, and on and on. So I got some requests to go back. Even Carol mentioned maybe I'd come on and go back. I'm going to make the box, and then we're going to make the envelopes. I think it kind of stopped there. We got through the cards okay, but one of the gals, wanted to do the rest of them. And hi, Justin, buddy. How are you? Hi, Cindy Lou. Oh, this is fun. Of course, I love it. I love, love, love it. Okay, so I'm going to get started. Chime in. Now I've got to, oh Lord, I've got stuff over just like I do. You need a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock for the box. We'll make the bottom first, and I apologize, but because of the size, you need 2 pieces of cardstock for the box, and I get a nice weight. This is it's maybe 65 pound or a little more. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is Stampin' Up's cardstock. Theirs is a little heavier in the 12 by 12. The 12 by 12 at Michaels and whatever, but you can Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo has the 12 by 12. It's a nice heavy, and I think they're Paper Studios. I'm not sure, but it's heavier. So you want a nice heavy heavy card. Excuse me, I'm reading. Oh, I'm so glad you guys are here. So, you need a 12 by 12 piece of paper. I'm going to move my samples out of the way, and we'll come back to them. You're going to cut. Oh, I hope this. I don't know what's going on, and I tried to get a hold. You can't get a hold of Ustream unless you're a special type, whatever, and I'm not. But to find out why, it's like now, I'm broadcasting. My camera's on, you see everything, I'm recording, etc., etc. Why it freezes. Now, week before last, it did freeze, and I tried to, I didn't realize, and I lost it completely. Only record about half the unless they've changed their time. Say they used to, you could record for 3 hours, and they would shut you off. Now, if they're only allowing you to record for an hour, hour and a half, and shutting you off, I'm not aware of it. So anyway, here we go. You need 12 by 12 cardstock. You're going to cut it at 11 1/4. 11 1/4. By 9 1/4. 11 1/4. I'm also going to, when I finish with this, I'm also going to do it on YouTube. I thought I could maybe save it and it would come out okay. I transferred it from Ustream to YouTube. And I think one of my followers on YouTube asked as well. Well, when I went back, I watched it myself on YouTube, and it did the same thing. And it just really went fast forward, just as fast as it could possibly go. Okay, now we're going to put it in the scoreboard, and the long side first. Oh, it doesn't matter on this because you're going to score this 2 inches on all 4 sides because the base of your box is 2 inches deep. So 2 inches on all 4 sides. Doesn't take long to make these. 2 inches on all 4 sides. And I'm going to label this, if you want to go back, as, what did I label it as? Does it begin with? I don't know. What a card, what's this doing? Come on now, be nice. 2 inches, my thing skipped. 2 inches, all 4 sides. Part 2. Whatever, I'll look and see how I labeled it. Now you're going to burnish and fold all your 4 sides. I've been out working today, had some appraisal work today, and then I did a little shopping and had lunch and just had a nice day. When I got home, I got caught up on some things I needed to do. And I thought, well, this would be, I'm going to roll these up a little bit. I'm not really prepared to, I don't look real good. Okay. Now, you're going to trim up these lines up to the first score line on all 4 corners. Now, I'm also going to cut a little wedge out of the sides. And this one I didn't get cut straight. Just like so. Just a little sliver. So it looks like that. Because that way it folds in better. You don't have it sticking out. Just cut out a little sliver like so on both sides of your tabs. On all 4 sides. I love to make boxes. Now next Tuesday we are making a cookbook with the new No Place Like Home, I think it is, graphic 45 paper. Love the paper. Now, I'm not getting this as close up to the top as I want. Okay. So when you finish cutting, it looks like so. Because see those little... Now lay it down and then use some aggressive tape of some kind. You can use... this is Tombo's new really aggressive tape. And it really is. And I love it. You score tape, some kind of a strong tape. You can also use wet glue. I just don't like to wait for it to dry. Oops. Come on, come on, come on. Screw that. There's a certain way you do this new. Well, come on. Unless I'm running out. That could be. Okay, now fold it in and put your sides together. Line them up like so. Just line up those edges. Press it down like so. And there is your box, the bottom of your box. Now we're going to make the top. I think, what did I do with it? I'm going to make the top out of white. Again, I think the black and the cards were black and white. I don't have any more cards, but I'm going to make this out of white. Now, you're going to cut the same dimensions, the 9 1/4 by 11 1/4, and then I didn't calculate all those 16ths and 32nds and all that. I'm not a mathematician, but when I go over to 11 1/4, I move it over just a 16th. The next little mark. And that's going to make it just big enough to be nice and snug 9 1/4, and then I'm going to move it over just to the next little mark. And that's going to give you some room so it fits nice and snug on your box. Now, we're going to make this an inch. We're going to make this an inch drop instead of 2. Oh boy, did I do that right? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I know I did. It's 7 1/4, 8 1/4, 9 1/4. That's right. And 5 6. No, I'm sorry. It's not. I cut it wrong. It's 9 1/4 and 7 1/4. I got the one side too long. It's 9. The top is 9 1/4 by 7 1/4. So this is, let's see, this is the 9 1/4. It's 7 1/4. Because we only 7 1/4 plus that one little hash mark. We only are dropping an inch instead of 2 inches. I apologize. So I'll go back over the measurements. Ooh, I'll go back over the measurements with you. I forget from not doing it. Now, there again, we're only going to drop this down 1 inch. So you're going to score this at 1 inch on all 4 sides. And I'll go back over the dimensions. 1 inch on all 4 sides. Now, you do the very same thing that you did. I didn't look at my notes. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to cut up these 4 corners, and you're also going to cut out a little notch because you want this to lay very nicely, very professional. These are great gifts. These are great gifts. Of course, I don't know if we have any newbies. Is Justin, buddy? Justin, do you come? Miss Princess here, do you come on Tuesdays? We're here every Tuesday from 1 to 3 Eastern Standard Time. I live in Indiana. I don't know where you're from. And trim out the corner. Fold up your score lines. I usually do that first, but it's okay. I apologize for that. I'll go back over the measurements and you can write them down. I was going to, and I will. I just haven't had time. I've been really busy with my work. And okay, there we go. We folded up all, and we're going to do the same thing. Put some aggressive tape or whatever on. Turn it this way. On your corners to fold them in. I really like this Tombow. Or wet glue or score tape. At least something like that. Something like score tape. This is kind of like score tape on a roll. Now there again, fold in your sides. Like so. And there's your lid. Then you say a few Hail Marys, and then you see if it fits, which it does. It fits perfect. It fits just perfect. Now let me go back over the measurements so you can write them down. For the bottom of the box, your paper, you cut your paper at 9 1/4 by 11 1/4, and you score it 2 inches on all 4 sides. For your top, it's 9 1/4 by 7 1/4 with just a 1/16 of an inch. So when you cut your 7 1/4, move it over a 1/16 of an inch and cut it. When you do your 9 1/4, move it over a 1/16 of an inch and cut it. And then you score it 1 inch all the way around. So that makes your lid come down about halfway. Now, if you wanted to, you can make it bigger and do it completely cover it. I just, especially the black and white or the little one I did for the A2 cards, I used two different colors of the same paper line. This is kind of a deeper turquoise blue. This is more like a robin eggs blue, which made a pretty box as well. Now you can embellish the top any way you like. I tied the ribbon. I used the black ribbon because of the uh, black and white, and then I embellished it with some flowers on top. I have things everywhere. Are there any questions? Did I completely screw up? Well, Linda, I'm glad you did, honey. I'm glad you guys did. It probably goes out over Facebook, or I'm surprised Carolyn. Well, it is Saturday night. Uh, who all's on? Let's see. Rooster Girl is on, but I don't see her on the other side on the chat. Rooster Girl. Uh, okay, so anyway, it goes out the very first time. Ashley, who was on our design team with Scrappy Dabby Doo, we were talking, and Carol and Barry had indicated they kind of like for us to do a Ustream program, and I had made some YouTubes, very elementary YouTubes, and I really liked it. I really did. And at that time, you could only go 10 minutes. Now you can, whatever. So Ashley was going to help me. So I get all set up and go on and whatever. And here's just me and Ashley. God love her. And she's helping me and telling me what to do and how to do this and that and everything. And I was going to make, and I had all my supplies out to make a greeting card. And so I did. I went through the whole process of making the greeting card. And I really, really liked it. And it came out okay. So that's kind of how I got started in the Ustream. So I got my glue gun on. I was going to, let's see, let's open this one up. I think what's in this one is, yeah, it's the same thing. It's 6 of the cards that we made online the other day. There's the birthday, somebody wasn't here. There's the birthday card with the butterflies. Made 2. Here's the anniversary card I made. Made 2 anniversaries, 2 thank you cards. And they're just alike. I guess I just did the 3 anniversary, birthday, and because these were so big, when I made the cards first, and I'm going to do the envelopes as well for you. When I made the cards first, and I had indicated the week before that we was going to do 6 or 8 or 10 cards. Well, by the time I got these made and I propped these up with dimensionals and put the embellishments on, it was way too many. And in fact, I've got, how many have I got? 2, 4. I've got 6. 6. 2 of each of these. Now I've got 8 in the. I made them. I've got 8 in the A2 cards because I didn't bump them up quite as much. Yeah, they are. They are, Miss Chris. I think they are too because of especially the black and the white. I mean, and they're very simple. They really are just simple cards. I did a little stamping technique here that they liked. It was you just stamp 3 times. You just stamp your stamp on your ink once and go bang, 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 and then put your in the middle. And I cut out these flowers with some flower punches I have, and then I got a couple little butterfly punches, and I put little, and then on the inside I just matted them on the inside. And this one, for example, I just stamped a little butterfly. What did I do in this one? Oh, this one I just did the same thing, except I just put a little flower, and then you can put your cinnamon, or you can stamp other things on the inside if you'd like. I did do a lot of stamping on my inside of my cards. I don't know, of course, so many of you come all the time, but I started out as a card maker about 10 years ago, and I have in my craft room in boxes 1,500 greeting cards. There's a long story. Well, not a long story, but how I got into the stamping I just wasn't going to pay that kind of money for cards, and I thought, well, I can really save some money. Well, hello. That's okay. I love it. I love, love, love it. Oh, I didn't tie this back. So I am going to tie, so you tie your little bunch of cards with a ribbon. My mother, God rest her little soul, and as I say, I think there's a couple new ones here, always kept all occasion cards on hand. Mother never missed a birthday or an anniversary or a sympathy card, etc. And when she passed away, I found boxes and I really started doing that myself when I grew up and went out on my own and all these things. And my daughter is just, and I taught her that, but she followed through. I mean, she doesn't miss a thank you or on and on and on. In fact, she's taught the kids, well, they don't. She got two little kids. She does it for them, but, you know, she lets them know that they're sending a thank you card for their gifts or their birthdays or whatever, and she does it for them. But anyway, then mother always had them on hand, and there's been times Ronnie will run in. He said, "Oh, I so and so did this or what, and can you make me a card?" Well, 9 times out of 10, I already have it made. But well, I don't know why you can't hear. Have you got go down to the bottom on the left-hand side of your screen, and there'll be a little. It looks like a megaphone type thing, a speaker icon. Click on that. Miss Press, click on that because I'm on. Can everybody else? Can you guys? Cindy Lou, can you hear me? And Linda, can you hear me? Because I've got everything on, honey. I don't know why you can't hear it. I'm sorry. I just don't because I can see across the top here. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me? Her hubby is watching TV, so she has her sound down. Yeah, check your sound down there where that little icon is. Okay, Cindy, thanks. Well, I don't, yeah. Well, you ought to be able to hear it on the recording. I hope it records. Now, we're going to make the envelope. So we made the box. You make all boxes virtually the same. This, and to get a measurement, you measure what you're going to put in your box. You measure the length and the width and the depth. And that's how you derive at what size box. Now, the depth, the overall depth, I needed 2 inches. So the bottom of the box was 2 inches. I wanted the lid to come halfway down, so I measured out and then only added an inch for the bottom. But you measure across the top, which was 7 1/4, and then you add an inch on each side, which is 9 1/4. You measure across the middle, which was 5 1/4. You add an inch on either side, which is 7 1/4. 5, 6, 7 1/4. And then, because your drop is just going to be the inch, you just do an inch scoring all the way around on all 4 sides. Very same thing on the bottom, except you want 2 inches. So 7 1/4 and 4 inches is 11 1/4. 5 1/4 and 4 inches is 9 1/4, and then you're going to score 2 inches on all 4 sides. And that's virtually how you can make a box to fit anything, really. Now I'm going to do the envelopes. I had a little glitch there. I hope it's recording. I swear to John. Going to make, now there again, I apologize, but you're going to have for the A6 card, for the, let's see, where am I here? Where am I? Where am I? Where are you? Hello? Oh, here it is. The A6, or it's called 6 bar, which fits a 5 by 6.5 inch card, and that's what our card is. You need a piece of paper 9 1/4 by 9 1/4, and you're going to start scoring at 4 inches. So we're going to use the white, and there again, because of the size. Now, if you use your A2 card, you know, you don't have to use the 12 by 12 paper. 9 1/4 by 9 1/4. This is for the envelope, so it's just 9 1/4. Ooh. By 9 1/4. Now I messed that up. Let me do it this way. Now I want this like this. I cut into that. I'll finally get it. 9 1/4 by 9 1/4. And I'm using our envelope punch board. I tell you, I love this. I didn't get that. I love this punch board, and I'll tell you, there's some brilliant, talented people. I mean, they've done everything with this. I'm not quite that ingenious. Hi, Aunt Maggie. Hello from England. Well, hello, sweetie. I'm glad you're here, honey. I'm trying to catch up on our show we had last Tuesday, and half of it didn't record. We made an all occasion box of cards plus the box, and I have to make the envelopes because they were A6 cards. And so I'm just filling in here for a little bit. It froze about halfway through, and then part of it rambled on. It was a nightmare. The first half is the cards, but when it got to making the envelope and and I don't think you were here Tuesday, so we made this. This is the box, and there's 6 cards in here. Now the envelope, as I say, it's 9 1/4 by 9 1/4, and you're going to score at 4. Punch and score all the way around. Score now on your, I have to move this every time because I can't see it. Punch and score. 9 1/4 all the way. Punch. My light shines down on that and I can't see my score line. But it's just like you make your envelopes. You're going to punch and score your 4 at the beginning, and then you're going to move it. Now I take one of the big flaps and I round the corner. And I take the other large flap and first of all, let's fold and burnish. I don't like that lap, and I'll show you here in a minute. When you put this together, how the bottom comes up and it exceeds. When you fold it like this, it's like so. I don't like that. Some people fold it under. I think that makes it bulky, but that's okay. I take off about 3/4 of an inch. I take off about 3/4 of an inch off that one end. Round, and when you fold it up, then it lines up like so. And I think it just looks much neater. And then when you fold the top down, then you've got the rounded edge. Then you want to take some aggressive tape of some kind, your score tape or whatever. There again, I'm using this Tombow extra, and fold it up and fold it up, and there you are. There is your envelope that fits. And I'll pull up, let's see, do I have a card? No, I do in here. I got a card. I pull out a card. Here are the cards, Aunt Maggie, that we made. Here's one of the birthday cards that we made. I made 6 cards. They're all different. Here's one. And then I made a happy anniversary as well. Happy anniversary, thank you card, and happy birthday. You could make them all thank you cards if you use a lot of thank you cards or birthday cards. So here's the envelope that fits the A6. And it fits in perfect, and then you just fold it down. You can buy adhesive. But I don't know how, I don't know how it works, quite frankly. You probably lick it, maybe, I don't know. And another cute thing would be, I use my initial on like this. Here's my initial, G for Gwen, and I put it on the back like so. Now, you can buy in the wedding department of whatever, you've seen them, the little round stickers. they're gold and silver, and some of them have hearts on them, and some have love, and some have just some kind of a little decoration. I think it would be cute if it would. This would be a great gift. You know, make these cards with the box, embellish the outside, etc., and include in it some kind of adhesive. You could put score tape on here, and then they could peel it off. I don't know. I'd be a little leery of that simply because it could come off during shipping or whatever you do and would mess it up. And I don't know how the glue works for, you know, the envelope adhesive. But it would be cute to include a little package of these little things that fit here. I think they're real dressy. I use them all the time on all my cards. So there are the envelopes and the cards boxes. Here is the other one I did. Here, let's see. Here's the one I did with the A2 cards. I made these two, Maggie. I made these. Now these, I made more. Here's a sympathy card. I made two of each. Sympathy, sympathy. Two thank you cards. I had a little embossing folder I used, and then I stamped in the center. I punched out the butterfly. I took a stamp. I don't know. Had some. I don't know what it was, and I just stamped it to give it some color on the butterflies. And then as a happy birthday, I did a happy birthday. This was a little square embossing folder I had. And then when you open them up, I put a little white sheet in there, and then I stamped 3 little butterflies inside. And then here's a hello, just a hello card, and stamped a butterfly inside that. And I used the oval on that. I love hello cards. So, and these are A2s. Now, the envelopes on these, and here was the sympathy, are just, I didn't make them. They're just commercial envelopes that I buy. And then I've had these little elastic things forever. You can get these several places. I think they're really cute. I didn't do any other embellishment on this. I just ran out of time. But this one I did. I put the little flower, and I think the flowers, you know, really, really add to it. Are there any questions? Everybody still here? Oh, I hope this is recording. I am also going to, oh, we have a Ustream. Hello. Wish the Ustreams would come and join. And we have Sharon. Hi, Sharon. Okay. As I say, I didn't tell anybody I was going to be on. I'm going to, I am going to tell that I have come back and tried to fix this. And I'll have this, now this box I did all black. Lid and bottom, which is very elegant and very pretty. And then I had a big white ribbon on it. I am going to announce on Scrap-A-Dab-A-Doo Crafts and my not Ustream, my Facebook, that I did come back in and do this recording. It will be labeled as, I think it was, I forget how I labeled the first one. Gift card. I think it was gift cards and box. Whatever I use for the first one, I'll use the same label, but I'll put part 2 or part 2 greeting cards and box. So you'll know it finishes it up. And I apologize. I don't know what to do. You can't talk to them. And I tried to email and get with them to find out what's going on. You know, as I say, it said I was broadcasting. It said I was recording the whole time. And then when I played it, I didn't play it right away, quite frankly. And somebody had, because a lot of you go back and rewatch them, which I want you to. Especially, you know, I would suggest that you watch all the recording and whatever, and then try to make the project. And that's what I've always done when I watch other designers or other programs. If I'm going to make their project, then I watch it. Sometimes I've bought, I don't have tutorials, printed out tutorials, but uh, then I go back and do it. Now, I have cutting guides to most of my projects, and I don't on this, but I will. And I said the other day I would, and I've gotten really, really busy with my work, and I just haven't. There's the envelope, and there's the card. I just haven't had time to do that, but I will. Are there any questions? I'm also going to send this off to, I've got a lot of people on Ustream or YouTube. I need some more people. I'm really getting a lot of nice followers on Ustream. I could use some more followers on my blog. It's craftyladydesigns.com. My Crafty Lady designs.com is my blog, and then I don't know what my Janny's usually always on here and tells everybody where my things are. I'm sorry. So that's about it. I am going to or we are going to, oh, I will show you real quick. I also made some note cards. I forgot about that. I made another box. It's a little bit different. These are note cards. These are small. And here's just a little box with butterflies. And this is a smaller box, so you can open it up like so. And then I made note card size. I made the envelopes. I made the envelopes because of the size. The finished card is 3.5 by 5. 3.5 by 5. And I just embellished them and whatever. And then I did make the envelopes. They're just little, I forget, see, they're 3.5 by 5. 3.5. That's a size too. I forget. 3.5 by 5 is a 4 bar. I don't know what the bar means. And Maggie, that in England, that may be over there as well. But it's 3.5 by 5 is the finished card, and the envelope is the paper's cut at 7 1/4 square, and then you score at 3 1/8 one time, and then score that all the way around like we do. But these are really cute little note cards. I don't know how many I made. I made 6. I made 6 little note cards. 6. Oh, I love red. You're not fond of red? Well, this is kind of a, now that's a red. That's a cherry red. But these are kind of a, well, they're a lot, but they're not a cherry red, as you can see. I didn't have any paper, and it matches this back part, and then that's the cherry red. They're just little note cards, and then the box. Now, this box is very simple to make as well, and that just folds over, and there's your little box of note cards. This box measures 4 by 5.5, and it is 1 1/4 inch deep, and that held 6 cards. Oh, I love red. And then I used the little polka dot paper. I love polka dots. And I made the big one and the small one, and instead of separating them, I put the small one on top of the big one, and then I put 3 little pearls. I love boxes. Love, 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 love boxes. Here's one of our cards. Okay, are there any questions? I'm going to also save this on Ustream or YouTube because I've got several followers on there, and I think one of the gals. I thought if I would transfer it and save it and send it over there, somehow, I don't know, that it might correct itself. It didn't, but because it was going to a different venue, I thought it might correct itself, but it didn't. Okay, that's all I have on this. Any questions? Go back and watch both recordings and you'll have it all. I'm going to do that myself here when I get off, and then I'm going to try to transfer the second part over to YouTube, and so my YouTubers can go back and watch it as well. So there's no questions. I'm going to go. Have a great rest of your evening. I'm glad you stopped by. It was fun. I don't know how you found out, but I think it just automatically, Facebook or something, it indicates that I'm on. See you Tuesday, 1 to 3. We're going to do a cookbook with the new paper, No Place Like Home from Graphic 45. I love it. I absolutely love it. So it's going to be fun. Miss Pris, thanks for coming. Aunt Maggie, Cindy Lou, Linda, all of you, thanks for coming. Justin, Betty. Uh, Hope to see y'all Tuesday, 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Thanks for coming. Bye bye.